Hey Valley Metal, welcome to another math lesson. Tonight we're going to be evaluating expressions when given a variable. Before we do that, let's start with our just for fun question. It's a picture question tonight. Who are these pictures of? This person is a famous singer. I know every single one of you have heard of her. This person is probably about 40, 45 years old right now. Your parents will probably be able to recognize her, so you can cheat and ask them. All right, I'll give you the answer to that. Give you the answer to the trivia question tonight after the instruction. Officially, our target is I can evaluate an expression when given a value for a variable. Let's do this thing. All right. Can you evaluate this expression? Well, remember, an expression is just a combination of symbols and numbers without an equal sign. But now we're going to give you an equal sign over here. I'm going to tell you what that variable means. So if this is x plus 1 and we're given that x is equal to 2, we just substitute it in. So now we've got 2 plus 1, and we can evaluate that expression. That expression is the same as 3 because x is 2. This one here, 12 minus y, given y equals 10. Again, we can evaluate that. We can just substitute the 10 in for the y, so we have 12 minus 10. Another way of expressing that expression is just to call it 2. Because that's what it is. Let's take a look at our word of the day tonight is variable. Variable is a letter or symbol that stands for something. For example, x plus 3. In this expression, x is a variable. We don't know what it is. But if I give you what it is, then you can evaluate it further. You can simplify it. All right, let's take a look here. Evaluate this one here. Evaluate 2x given x is equal to 2. All right, well, is that 22? That's what I would have thought when I was your age, but you're smarter than I was. Nope. Always substitute the value in a set of parentheses like I have here. So this would be 2 times 2 equals 4. So you have to put it in its own set of parentheses when it's right next to a number like this. So 2 times 2 is 4. It's not 22. That's what little Danny D would have said. All right, how about this one? Y cubed given y equals 4. Going back to that first and second lesson, how do we do that? Let's think about that. Well, I know that y cubed is just y times y times y, so that's 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Let's try one more, and then I'll give you some to try. Can you evaluate this expression? Y plus 12 minus y, in parentheses, that second expression, given x equals 4 and y equals 8. Now I'm giving you two values. Well, you could do this. Rewrite it, substitute in the values. So here I'll rewrite it. 4 plus 12 minus 8. I just substituted in the 4 for the x, and I substituted the 8 in for the y. All right. Before I can evaluate it, I have to follow the order of operations. So I have to do the parentheses first. 12 minus 8 is 4. I've got 4 plus 4 left. I can evaluate that and say that that expression is equal to 8. All right. Here's some real simple ones I think I'll have you try. First one here. 7a minus b, given that a equals 2, b equals 4. Go ahead and think about that for a minute. Do you remember to put the parentheses around the a because it's right next to that 7? I hope so. All right, let's see how you did. Okay, there we go. The a is 2, so I put it in parentheses right next to it. So I have 7 times 2 minus 4, because that's what b is worth. Have to do the multiplication first. Now I've got 14 minus 4. I can evaluate that expression and say that it's 10. How about these ones here? Here's 5 of them, or 4 of them. This one's kind of complicated. Put your own age in here. Don't put my age. If you want to put my age at 30, go ahead and do it. Your parents will get a chuckle out of that. Don't ask, just tell them. Well, let's see how you did on these pause problems. A plus 7, do I put the a in there? That's going to be 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. This one, 8 minus b. Well, substitute the b in there. 8 minus 5, that's going to be 3. b minus a, 5 minus 3, that's going to be 2. And then this last one here, I'd put in 220 minus your age, which is probably 11 or 12. So you got about 208, 209, something like that. For me, 220 minus 30, that's the way I feel. I look 120, but I feel like I'm 30. All right. Let's take a quick look at the Abbott. What? You can't put variables on the top and the bottom. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Sorry. Yeah. What's the big deal? substitute them in. So I want to look at it. I just recopied that whole problem. There's my parentheses because the x is right next to it. I substituted in. That's just 3 times 10 plus 6. Why is this 12? I mean, so this problem right here, you can solve that. Do everything on the top, do everything in the bottom, and then divide. Well, we got 3 times 10 plus 6. Well, that's 30 plus 6, or 36 on the top. I got nothing to do on the bottom. 36 divided by 12 is 3. There, I knew you could. Little Mr. Rogers. Maybe the little George Bush. I don't know. Who knows? All right. Here we go. Take a look at these problems here. You got just 2 ticket problems. This is one problem up here, one expression. Here's another one. I've got the x and the y. Use these values for these variables for both problems. Then I'll give you the answer to the trivia question. All right, let's see. Who is it? Well, it's one of my favorite singers. Do you recognize her now? Yes, maybe? Britney Spears. She was an incredibly talented 16-year-old, a lot of great hits, and then like most of the kids, the fame gets to them, they get weirded out. She shaved her head. She had problems with all kinds of things. She had problems with life and fame, but still a pretty talented young singer. Who's the newest 16-year-old teen sensation right now? I can't name him, but I bet you probably could name that person. All right, thanks a lot for listening. Bye.